Hi, I am the Gaming Banana and I have collected a list of the best cheap, fun cars at every price point. Lots of these videos have been made for the US market, but I have decided to make one for the UK. As second-hand cars are so cheap here, it could be worth just having a project car or just a Sunday drive car. And as always, please like and subscribe. At the £1,000 price point there really is no other answer, Miata. This price range is a bit limited, but also where the Miata NB prices start. 1.6 litres dominate here, now you can find a decent amount of 1.8 litres for sale. But buyer beware, look out for rust as these are up to 20-year-old cars. But apart from that you should only have a problem with reliability. I have two reasons which will convince you of the Miata's greatness. For one, and this is the key factor, the driving dynamics of the car are impressive. No MX-5 owner will ever care if the car is slow, or if the other guy's car is faster or more powerful. It's not what the car is about. Driving an MX-5 is about the pure joy of driving. Ask any MX-5 owner, or anybody who's had a chance to drive it, except Chris Harris of course. Has anyone ever felt miserable behind the wheel of an MX-5? Short answer, no. Secondly, the car is highly tunable. You may keep hearing those comments from the guy who owns some other car with his 1,200 kilograms and 175 bhp how your MX-5 is so much slower than their car. But when you think about it, it's not true. Weight plays a big part there, and when you start cracking up the power figures, the rise in weight is not that noticeable. I'm sure there are many cars on the road that can be proud of meeting the 250 bhp mark, but how many of those cars reach 250 bhp per ton? That's how much the MX-5 weighs. Even with no power, it will still benefit from its great agility, but 250 bhp per ton is pretty standard for a mildly tuned MX-5. At £2,000 you can start to look at the E46 BMW 3 Series. The 330i comes with 231 bhp. An absolute bargain for the money. They are an alternative to the E46 M3. The car isn't terrible on reliability, and with a few mods like coilovers can be turned into a drift missile. Add an exhaust and you will be treated to that sweet sounding straight 6. The car isn't great to work on, but this is in my opinion a worth it trade-off. The interior is also super comfortable in these cars. If you choose to leave this baby stock, you can still reap the rewards of a great choice. At £3,000 I've chosen a bit of an oddball, the GS300. It may not be the fastest or most powerful thing in the world, but it does have a variant of the 2JZ motor, so if you're able to spend some money you can add power. The luxury combined with reliability at this price point is unmatched, and you can turn it into a VIP car if you want. I would recommend the 3.0 SE as it pumps out 245 bhp and goes from 0 to 60 in 7.2 seconds. It is a perfect show car and always looks good when starts. At £4,000 it starts to begin to be safe to look at sub-RS. You can get a 2-litre or 2.5-litre Subaru Impreza WRX. These rally beasts pack a lot of punch. They have off-road pedigree and rocket from 0 to 60 in 6.1 seconds. If you fit an aftermarket exhaust to this car, all your neighbors will hate you because of that sweet sounding rumble. These cars have a huge aftermarket support in the UK, and you will be able to hang out in the parking lot flipping with your subby brothers. At £5,000 if you really want to smash the off-road trails, then you can pick up a Range Rover Sport. These monsters come in a V6 or V8, and at this price point you may be able to scoop up the 385 bhp supercharged V8. These cars ooze luxury, but you can still beat your buddy's BMW with a 0 to 60 of 7.2 seconds. And if the massive 4.2 litre guzzles up to much fuel, then don't worry, you can still get the V6 diesel and cruise around in style. At £6,000 you could go for nicer versions of previous cars mentioned or clapped out versions of more desirable cars. But here I have gone with the Nissan 350Z. At this price point you can get a lower mileage version with around 70k miles. These cars are mini GTRs with around 350 bhp coming from their 3.5 litre V6. They are enthusiast cars and can be turned into a drift missile if you want. At £7,000 is where we get properly fast. You can go for either a BMW 6 Series with a 0 to 60 of 4.6 and 367 bhp, or for a little more practical an Audi RS6 Savon with 450 bhp and a 0 to 60 of 4.7. My personal choice is the RS6 as it is a wagon and has way more horsepower. These are the first cars that do 0 to 60 in under 5 seconds. You could also go for a Porsche Boxster if you're about that track life. At £8,000 I would go for a Honda S2000. They are amazing cars and there is a reason that they are loved by the car community. They have a 0 to 60 of 6.2, but what makes them special is their handling and high-revving engine. At £9,000 I would go for a Jeep Wrangler. They are as good as they come for off-roading and have a deep rumbling V8. They are iconic cars and you can't go wrong with them. At 10 grand I have gone for a Porsche Cayman. They are amazing cars with godly handling. They come in a 2.7 litre with a 0 to 60 of 6.1 or a 3.4 litre with a 0 to 60 of 5.4 seconds. That wraps up my list. Thank you for watching and please like and subscribe, it really helps me out.